Hey, biscuits. Ooh, this looks good. Try this for your snack. There you go. You can use your hands there. I am trying a new recipe. I'm doing a meatloaf with roasted sweet potato and roasted zucchini. So I'm trying to stay on, you know, the low carb. Hold on, let me rest you down on something. There. For the whole gestational diabetes thing. I was gonna say good morning, but it's not. It's dinner. I'm making dinner time. But I thought I would do a little evening routine, kind of show you what I'm making, getting up to. I am working on the renovations. The shower is mostly all done. There's some plumbing errors that occurred that have to get fixed, but they aren't like urgent or anything. So the shower is done, so that means I can finally start doing all of the finishing, the mudding work and the texture on the walls. I can paint, I can take up the flooring, all of that. So I'll give you little peekaboos as I do that, along with the project. And then maybe I might do like a finished reveal. I used to do DIY projects on my other channel, so I was trying to decide which channel to put it on. I'm not sure yet. Whenever I finally get done with that. It's a lot to do with, you know, the baby bump, because it just makes my balance all off, so it's just hard for me to get stuff done. But I'm trying. Today has been a slow day. I went to sleep really late last night. I just could not get to sleep. Abraham had gone feral, just absolute wild. And I was up until, I think I was up until like 2 a.m. or something. And then I woke up around 5 a.m. Then I finally got back to sleep for a little while because Abraham slept in really late. So I just went back to sleep and got some rest in. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, you know, zombie mode when you just have slept really, really weirdly for no reason. So I'm trying to get some tidying done. I might try to get some laundry done. I've been doing loads. I just haven't folded and put away anything, and it's staring at me like, why don't you do a load or two every day? Well, that would be the smart thing to do. So I'm excited to try out this meatloaf recipe. I didn't use any breadcrumbs or anything, which normally I put in meatloaf. So I'm doing it all protein. It was about 40% ground turkey and 60% crushed tofu, simply because I was out of ground turkey. I didn't have enough for the recipe that I was doing. And then it's got paprika and onion powder and garlic powder in it. A little bit of ketchup, and then I poured some ketchup on top to kind of caramelize on top with a couple eggs. So really easy. And what's weird is I used to make meatloaf all the time. When my ex and I lived in Arizona, he loved meatloaf. Like I think I had his mother's meatloaf recipe, in fact, that I got one of his sisters to give me. And that was like a weekly thing. I made meatloaf constant, at least on a weekly basis. And it's so weird that I haven't made meatloaf in I don't know how long. It has been forever. It was such a regular staple. And I have no idea why I haven't started doing that again, because my son loves meaty, proteiny kind of things. Of all sorts, you know, the faux meat, the real meat. He's just obsessed with proteiny things. And so I was like, oh, I was making the roasted veggies, and I thought, well, you know what protein should we have with these? Because we aren't going to, you know, we're doing a lighter carb kind of thing. I mean, Abraham still gets all of his carbs. I just have to make a meal I can actually eat on gestational diabetes diet. And I thought, oh, a meatloaf, I'll toss that together. So I'm excited for him to try it, because I don't think he's had a meatloaf in ages. Yeah, maybe at a restaurant? That's so weird. It used to be such a regular part of my existence to do that, but no perdoodles. I am feeling a little worn out from my anemia, but in a couple days I go in for my first iron infusion, where they hook you up to an IV and they infuse you with iron right into your system, and I'm hoping that gets me perked up so that over the next month I can finish all my renovation projects, get all that ready. I really want to deep clean the house, but I haven't wanted to do that until I finish putting away all the Christmas decor, put out our Valentine's Day decorations, and finish the Reno, because all that stuff just makes so much mess that it doesn't make sense to deep clean until then. So I've been kind of organizing and tidying you can tell the nesting is totally kicking in, and I'm like, oh, I want the house to be perfect and ready. And I have yet to buy a stroller. I've yet to buy a car seat. I haven't bought a pack and play / crib yet, and I'm feeling like I need to. And I've kind of been trying to triage my budget because of this renovation mold project. Wasn't a willing renovation, you know. Would have saved up for it and done differently if it hadn't been like oh my god, the mold is everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to buy, what I don't, like how cheapskate do I want to go? I don't know. I've been looking at a Graco car seat because it's really lightweight, but then I worry, is that safe enough? When Abraham was a newborn, I brought him home. I bought him a Brexit. See, I always reverse these. One of them is political, one of them is not. A Brexit car seat that was a travel system, came with a stroller. And I really liked that car seat, but it was very heavy. And I kind of want to get a light car seat this time around, a lighter car seat, because I know I'm going to be carrying it while running after Abraham. And I'm hoping this adjustment goes smoothly and beautifully, and there's not too much jealousy. But when he gets jealous or angry about my attention, he'll like run off towards cars and stuff when we're out. So I really want to be able to like jog quickly after him. So I'm leaning towards the Graco. I also like that it's less expensive. That's great. Car seats have not gotten any cheaper than the last time I had to buy them, which has been years. So yeah, I'm starting a little bit from scratch because it's been more than 6 years since I've had to buy all this stuff. And a lot of it I didn't save because I moved in that process twice. And so it just didn't make sense to save a lot of that stuff. And some of the stuff I was saving at my mom and dad's house, and their cat peed on it all. I had this pack and play that I loved. I'd gotten it used off of Craigslist before Abraham was born. I loved it. It was really cute. It was like a little plaid blue thing. And their cat peed, and I mean peed all over it. Like, it was a goner. There was no retrieving that. So I'm kind of back to basics. Let me know. Tell me, Biscuits, what do you think is the best pack and play? Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna sit on my yoga ball. That's what I've been doing. I've been so uncomfortable. Yoga ball. Been just super uncomfortable of late. And so I'm trying to be comfy and fabulous and get in a better mood. I am so looking forward to this iron infusion. I cannot tell you. Because so many of the symptoms that have been my big issues, I think, from what my doctors have been telling me, will improve drastically after I get these infusions, because I have to get a couple, but even after the first one. And I still look forward to that, because it's just, I don't like not being myself, you know, and pregnancy is always a little bit different than your normal self, but I really want to, like, you know, I just want to feel better. The level of severity of my anemia has really made me not feel myself. Yeah, and I want to have some pizzazz. I've been working on planning out this month for work schedule stuff, and normally I plan, you know, several months ahead. Sometimes, you know, quite far ahead, like for book releases and things. But I'm kind of giving myself grace this winter and spring that I'm like, new baby in the family. I say BB because that's how Abraham, BB is BB. In the family, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna kind of fly by the seat of our pants a little bit more because I don't know when baby's coming. You know, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing for the birth plan yet, because that's kind of up in the air depending on how my anemia goes. So I'm just kind of rolling with it, and because of that, I'm like, I'm just gonna roll with it for work. You know, I'm really focusing this year on just being creative and having fun with creativity. Last year, I kind of mellowed out. I'm sure you can tell this from the videos. I've talked about this. And last year, I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to give two figs anymore. I'm just going to be more casual in my videos. Hose the trolls. It's a weird year. I'm just going to be myself. And this year, I'm like, I'm going to just continue that. I'm going to be more creative. I'm going to have more fun with things. Because that's what brings me happiness. And I feel like, you know what? Life is too short to not do the things that bring you happiness, especially when it's like a daily thing that you do, right? Like all the time for work, and to do stuff that is not just 100% with you and making you happy. oh, I bought. That's how I feel. That's how I feel for this year, is I'm like, pursuit of happiness. Heck yeah, biscuit doodles. Okay, the food is in the oven. Abraham has half a leftover turkey burger that he is eating as a snack because I bought him snack food, which I never do, but he's been asking for snack food, so I bought him yogurt and applesauce and pretzels and granola bars and cheese sticks and, you know, things, and fresh fruit. I have pears and apples and bananas, lots of bananas because that's his favorite fruit. And so I was like, okay, here's your snacks. And now that they're in the house, after he asked for them, he will not eat any of them. I mean, any. So I'm kind of like, okay, we'll see how, because I guess I'm eating a lot more fruit. That's not a bad thing, I like fruit. I've been pairing it with protein, you know, to try and help my blood sugar, because, whew, my tummy, Okay, I'm gonna go off and get a little bit of an edit done because Abraham is having a relaxation time. He built himself a pillow fort in my bedroom and he just wants to relax and watch a cartoon and be lazy. He says this is his goal. So I'm giving him a little moment, a little space. Because as this kind of big transition is occurring, he definitely is needing a little bit more space just to process his feelings. And that helps him not get overwhelmed. I'm just giving that to him. I'm gonna take advantage of that and I'm going to get like 10 minutes, I suspect. Maybe that's all I have, maybe less, of editing in and get that all done because I'm trying to be good about edits, yes. I've had so much on my plate. In October, I added my my workout course to things that I offer that I have for sale. And that and Patreon has taken up so much time, and then trying to keep up with both channels and improving my Instagram feed and making it better and more snazzy and fabulous. It has been so time consuming with how I felt that I'm having to give myself a little more grace about like, be mellow. Oh, by the way, wait, hold on, can I move? Expect cool things with the trees. There's going to be a strawberry Valentine's forest. What? Need I say more? I shall show you in a further video. Wow. grumpy, which means it's his bedtime, but I'm gonna give myself a quick little hairbrush. I thought I'd show you some of my winter hair things that I do. They turned out pretty good. It wasn't amazing. I think just 100% turkey, ground turkey is better than mixing in the other stuff. But, you know, it tasted good. I just feel like could have tasted better. My poor body was very grumpy at me for daring to eat vegetables because this whole pregnancy it's been like, oh, you don't need to eat vegetables. Well, I'm like, yeah, no, I swear I do. So first thing I do with my dry winter hair is, since tomorrow I'm gonna do a bunch of DIY and things, I'm not gonna mind if my hair is all oily. I'm gonna do a little small, I don't think I'm gonna do a full on, but a mini oil mask that I'm gonna let myself sleep in because I need to wash my pillowcases tomorrow anyway. And I find that this is really helpful, especially in the winter when I have the heat on constantly, you know, for months on end, to keep my hair healthy. So really get all smooth. Oh yeah. How are you biscuits doing? I feel like it's been a weird beginning to the new year. You know, I think all of us went into the new year, January 1st, like, it's gonna be our year, it's gonna be amazing. And then we went, oh man, everything that we didn't like is still going on. It's escalating. So kind of feel like, oh boy, when the world gets back to a bit more peaceful normalcy, it's almost going to be jarring at this point. Oh, that feels so nice to brush my hair in. So I have my hair parted, and what I do is, I guess I'll start with this side. Give it one more good brush, just to make sure there aren't any hidden things. And I squirt a little bit of castor oil, which you biscuits know I love. I'm just using a tiny amount. I think it's too dark in here to really see. This is my full hair tutorial, but I just thought, you know what, since I'm gonna do it, I'll show it to you. And then I go to the ends of my hair, and I say, oh yes, hair, I know. You want some nice hydrating hair mask. I do a ton of hair masks on, well, not a ton, but I do regular hair mask updates for the different seasons on my Patreon in more detail with more burlesque flair. I don't know why it's burlesque flair, but there you go. Because it is something that I do all the time, and I really make sure that the ends of my hair are what's getting this. And then I will braid it. Just a little quick braid. This is not, you know, a decorative gramble braid or anything, but something that I can sleep in comfortably and will help the oily hair just kind of stay put and soak in. It really makes a big difference in my hair to do, you know, semi-regular. I wonder how often I do a hair mask. Maybe every couple months I'll do like a full-on real hair mask where I go from the roots, or I guess I do from the ends to the roots of, I'll do a castor oil olive oil mix, tends to be what I use, but sometimes I use other things. I haven't done that of late. I don't know why. I think that I just kind of got out of a lot of self-care habits and I'm getting back into pigtails, do, 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 do. If you follow my workout course, I have some funny braids in my hair for some of those. In my mind, I was like, I look fabulous. And then I looked back at the photos and I went, you know, I do. I look fabulous, but a little silly, baby. A little silly. I think that the meatloaf has definitely inspired me that I'm going to try to round out or expand our regular family meals more. Because I feel like I've been in a major rut, in part because I just haven't felt like cooking at all. And I kind of want to improve that and maybe come up with some really easy recipes that I can do when I'm sleep deprived and tucker walkered. There you go, so I'm just braiding to there. And I'm braiding it a bit further down than I would if I were just braiding it for the day, because I'm trying to keep the oil in there. Just a little spot to scoot it. Wait, 3D effects. Ooh. I gave it some sci-fi space sounds there for you. And then I just do little Hair ties, I buy these at the drugstore. Like once a year I'll go to the drugstore and buy hair ties and hair clips and stuff. Because they always get lost and broken and wander about. Okay. I was talking to my shower, the contractor that redid the shower after all that horrible water damage. And they were asking me, oh, do you want us to put in a shelf or anything in there? And, because, it had to be rebuilt. The shower had to be rebuilt from the studs. Like, new wood had to be brought. It was just a crazy, crazy project. So I'm doing this on this hair too. I think I used a little too little oil. It's a little too conservative on that. And I was thinking about it, and I ended up not doing any shelves because it has a little bench in there. And I was kind of describing my shower routine, like, well, I don't really think I have enough stuff in my shower routine because I try to be relatively low maintenance, but consistent with my bathing and, I don't know, self-care routine. What do you call that? Just your daily routine of how you take care of yourself. I always like to hydrate and lotion, and I'll shampoo, and I don't know, once a week, once every other week. Maybe I'll use some conditioner at the ends of my hair. Okay. Now this is all oiled up. But it was funny to go through that because I think he was expecting that I had this giant list of cosmetics that I bring into the shower and use all the time. Oh, my neck is so sore. Gotta do my work from home neck stretch video that I posted on here. Again, that what really helps me. It's my go-to neck exercises. Okay, getting it good. Oh yeah, power braid, do. It's funny, I go through seasons in life where I absolutely love braids, and then I'll just completely stop braiding my hair for months and months at a time, and I have no idea why. Okay, biscuits, we are gonna tuck in for the night. I need to tuck in the little fella because he is sleepy. And we've been having bad bedtime routines of late where nobody's been sleeping in the house. We just haven't been sleeping well. I don't know if that stems from me not sleeping well or if it's just, weird New Year. We aren't getting outside as much as we normally would, kind of get our biorhythm going. And I can tell that definitely throws a wrench in the works of our sleep routine. So I'm just braiding as far down as seems like the hair ties will actually go. And then tomorrow I will probably either keep it in braids for most of the day or unbraid it and put it in a bun. And then in the evening or afternoon I will, I will then wash my hair with a good clarifying shampoo. And this will help it just be all healthy and fabulous. I love castor oil for the top of my head too, because I think it makes your hair thicker and more lustrous. Okay, biscuits, I am ready. I'm ready for bed. Sleep well, my wonderful biscuits. Thank you so much for being on this channel with me, and I hope that it's a little cozy nook in the internet universe for you that brings you a little bit of happiness and calmness, maybe some comedy with how silly we are. I'll see you in the next video. Quarantine hugs. Love y'all.